Colin Dixon with nScreen Media, and I'm talking with Jeremy Toeman. He is CEO of Dijit Media, and Dijit produces the NextGuide. NextGuide has just released on iOS on the iPhone, right, Jeremy?
That's right. The iPhone version, we've had an iPad version out for about a year now. We brought the iPhone version out just recently. We've embraced iOS 7, so we have a flat UI style, edge-to-edge graphics, really reinvented even our own product, kind of the next gen of TV guides. We've reinvented that one more time for kind of the pocket-sized version.
Now, there are a couple of really cool new features in the product. One I like really is you being able to recommend something to me, but I can actually do something with the recommendation. Tell us about that.
Sure. Internally, we call it an actionable share. You know, when people talk about TV shows, whether it's on Facebook or on Twitter, even with things like a hashtag or whatever tool they're using, it still relies the audience, the end recipient, to go either Google search it or pull up their remote control and find it. When we share you, whether it's by SMS or email or however you share from friend to friend, the link that comes through has airing info, where you can stream it, links to read more about the cast and crew, whatever you might want to know about the show, even trailers for certain episodes or movies. So we call it an actionable share because the recipient can actually do something with the share.
So if I've got a DirecTV, Comcast, or Dish DVR, I can even directly set my DVR, right?
That's right. That's one of my favorite things, and actually one of our users' favorite things. So when you see something in our app or even on our website, and it's airing on live television, we give you a one-click link to schedule a DVR recording for the providers you mentioned. We actually have some more coming, hopefully before the end of the year. We also have a one-click link for streaming. So our idea is not just tell you about the show and bring you info about the show, but put you literally one click away from watching it on either your big screen or the little screen.
Now, one of the things you told me, which I think is absolutely fascinating, is you said that you think that pretty soon you'll be able to predict what shows are going to hit and what are not. Tell me how you think you can do that. What information are you gathering from folks, and how you think you can leverage that to predict the future?
Sure. Well, we started by hiring the precogs from Minority Report. That didn't work out so well. So instead, we built some technology to do it. Basically, one of our biggest value props that our users are really taking advantage of is a reminder feature. Remind me to watch this. You know, we see so many show previews out there, whether it's on live TV or on streaming, and we forget to watch things that look really cool. Well, and the networks, by the way, spend literally billions of dollars a year getting you aware of their new fall shows, new winter shows, new summer shows, etc. So in our system, we have a database of all the shows that are on and the ones coming, and so you can just one tap set a reminder or one tap set a watch list. So what we capture is a metric we call intent to watch. And basically, I've got a list of all the fall shows ranked by who's set the most which ones have the most to least reminders. I'll be very curious over the next few weeks to see how does our list compare to which shows do well and do poorly. I have a feeling we'll see some correlation in the first iteration of this, and then build some logic around it.
One of the things I really love about NextGuide is it exists in the world that we actually live in. That is, it's not just focused on pay TV. It's everything. It's got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. Talk about how long you think that world is going to exist. This hybrid world. Is it all going to be IP, or what's going on?
So the world. TV watching today, as you know really well, most TV watching is actually done live. Big surprise to a lot of bloggers and pundits and analysts that everybody's cord cutting. The truth is 87% of all hours of television watched are live. But we know how much people love on-demand viewing, whether it's binging, marathoning, catching up, whatever method it is, whether it's streaming, on-demand, IP, DVRs. So my prediction, and it's a bit of a long window, is that somewhere in the next 3 to 15 years we see a massive shift in how people choose to watch most of their hours of television. I think it's really hard. You kind of get this vibe that it's right around the corner. I don't think it's right around the corner. I also don't think it's 2 decades out. But it's really hard to figure out where that happy medium is, where we can all just sit back and say comfortably, yep, it's definitely going to happen by X. So my time horizon is 3 to 15. And one real important point, even at the end of that shift, there's still going to be a lot of live TV watching. You know, season premieres and finales, reality shows, sports, they just beg to be watched live, and I think that's okay.
But in the meantime, we've got the NextGuide to keep us up to date with the new shows. So everybody needs to go and download that app for their iOS phone. Jeremy, thanks very much.
Thanks, Colin. Have a good one.